And we're facing the wrong way. Yep. Hey guys, and welcome back to FSX FSPassengers. So, back in the DO228 today, we are going from Wick to Kirkwall, which is in the Orkney Islands. So, hopefully the aircraft will be in its elements today. It's slightly raining, that's fine for us. So, 9 passengers aboard. Just fill the plane with cargo. We need about 40% of fuel, I mean 100% weight of everything, just passengers down, it's plenty of them, weight and load. So 40% fuel, passengers today we've got these guys if you're interested in that. Otherwise it's our set destination for Echo Golf Papa Alpha, and flight time today it'll be about, say, 25 minutes. So Kirkwall set, 25 minutes set destination.
Destination set.
Go for a load immediately. Let's go for 1995, 105. Start flights, and off we go. So first thing first, turn the aircraft on and get the engines time to stabilise. So batteries on, lights set. Let's now start up engine 2. So move that down. Whoops, no. Set it ground, start on rich. Engine 2 will now start up, hopefully. There we go. So I'll do the same for engine 1. So start on rich. Hope the parking brakes will hold the plane this time. Which the answer is no, actually. It doesn't. Not very well, at least. Right, just guide the plane away from the fence if possible. And you see all the engines stabilise themselves. There we go. Engine 2 is stabilised, engine 1 is stabilising. Nice and quick, although a bit awkward on the start up there, I will say. The wing's got, just enough coverage of the fence so we can turn around that way. I'll set up the electrics, so GPS set, FMC on. And I believe we can now get ourselves ready to go. So if we go to FSPassengers, information, in-flight reports, we are Delta Alpha 320. So let's go connect to VATSIM. So 320 D228 connect. And in a moment we'll check if there's any towers in range. But for now let's go to Unicom 122.8. Whoops. 122.8. Switch over. Now on Unicom there's actually got a centre over in Iceland and Greenland and the Faroe Islands. So yeah, it's too far north. We've also got here as well, which is in Eurocontrol. Yes, that's just basically all of Europe in one tower, but otherwise I think we are on, we'll be fine on Unicom. Some pitot heats, make sure fuel pumps are on as well. Down here turn on the flight director and yaw dampeners, flaps down too, seatbelt sign on. Let's now announce that we're ready to taxi. So which runway should we taxi out of? Which runway, sorry? 13 preferably. So announce that. We are DA 320 at Echo Golf Papa Charlie to Papa Alpha. Papa Charlie is taxi to runway 13. Let's put a bit of throttle in, engine off, and let's taxi to the runway. Yeah, just make sure the wing doesn't clip the fence over there. Alright, so let's go find ourselves runway 13, which I'm not too sure where it is. Looking at the charts, we'll find it. For now, it's just taxi. Hang on, which side of the airport we're on as well. That could also help me. It's not really a taxiway, this. Yeah, I'm not sure where I'm going right now. But we'll get away to a runway eventually. Right, that's a taxiway into a hangar. Carry on this way. There's the fuel depot we stopped at last week. Make a left here, and we should find the taxiways now, the main system. There you can see a few of the runways now. So let's head to 13, which is, okay, I think I can see it. I don't think we can make a left here, so we have to make a right. Actually, we can do it, because I know, 13 is the main one that goes across, is it? But no, we were trying to land on last week, if I remember correctly, and instead went to another one instead completely. That should be set to taxi. Right, so a bit rainy, maybe like that for the next couple of days. The storm is now coming towards the area. Right, obviously not this way. 1-3 is... There's 3-1-1-3. Okay, so if Karen actually going at this taxiway and just bring the aircraft around the long way, we'll get to the runway, which is no problem. The only thing that could slow us down is the timing of this aircraft. We have planned arrival 23 minutes. Yeah, its runway's closed, so there's no problem with cutting across that one. And then 1-3 is the main runway here, so won't need the full length of it. I only need just the yeah, at this point here I can just make a right turn and wait for the co-pilot's call-outs. Here we go, let's idle throttle, bring the aircraft around and make a little bit more taxi to the end of the runway actually. And yes, completely flat runways. This is FSX. Looking at the terrain around us, it proved in quite a bumpy one, this one. So, expect an inadvertently easy takeoff, when in reality this would be quite a difficult one to perform. Anyway, coming up to the end of the end of the taxiway now, where we can let tower know we're taking off in Unicom, and then we will depart any aircraft in the area. Nope, no AOI traffic. Everyone, actually, yeah, because if there's Eurocontrol, then everyone's going to be flying over Europe at the moment, as opposed to Northern England and elsewhere. Right, so come to the end of 1-3 now, and this should be a good area for me to take off. So stop the aircraft here. So that's how we're taking off. So Delta Alpha 320 at Echo Golf Papa Charlie is ready to depart runway 13. Make sure there's no aircraft approaching, which there won't be, which means we are cleared for takeoff then. Let's go onto the runway, departs, and wait for co-pilot's call-outs. Yeah, it's more than enough runway for me, I have to say. Plenty. This aircraft needs about 1,000 feet of runway. Like 1,111 feet of runway this requires. Should know the numbers for 200, so a bit less than that even. Anyway, co-pilot's call out it is. Ooh, a bit of a crosswind actually, I will say as well. V1 rotates. Right, co-pilot's a bit quiet, I'll adjust the volumes. But positive climb gear up. Just toggle the autopilot. There you go, a bit of turbulence, strong turbulence, I will say passenger accident like that. Sets to GPS. Navigation, and altitude select. We're going to 3,500 feet today. There we go. Altitude select, 3,500 I want. That's 2,000 feet per minute. Which was set to landing even. Yeah, still need to work on my lights, otherwise V2. Let's raise the flaps and off we go. There we go, we have now just departed Wick, and on our way to... Did I fly to Wick last week? Hang on, there's some scenery around it. Yes I did. Right, anyway, let's just leave the United Kingdom once and for all. Our nicely done, neat seaboard around the UK, and onwards to the Orkney Islands. GPS here, got a bit more of a, got a tiny bit of flying across the northern Scotland. We'll be touching John O'Groats, and yep, land end will be on the Orkney Islands should be on the horizon. 90 minutes ETA. I'll check the Access Sky ones. Let's go to map, and because I've got a feeling it may be along that 6 minutes 39. So okay, it really is actually a tiny flight. Good landing for here is, I've got 27 on ILS, we'll get temp stat, so 110.10. So let's toggle that. Nope, it's not that one. I want to press that, was it? Yes, so 110.10. Toggle that. And we are heading course 271. Let's go 271 on the course. 27 is west, 271 is next one away from that. Right, so make a west approach for this landing, which is no problem. 3,500 feet, so we're not flying too high today. But bear in mind, it's just flat ground until we arrive at the islands, which you can possibly see on the horizon. But then on the horizon, I'm not 100% sure. Anyway, John O'Groats is now about to pass underneath us as we leave the mainland United Kingdom once again. Been to the Isle of Wight, been to Northern Republic of Ireland, been to the Isle of Man, been to France, now off to the Orkney Islands, where this aircraft again will be at its elements, being a utility aircraft. Phone notification. I'll manage to turn that down quickly. Oops, what's going on? There we go. Right, got warning lights for speed, so let's just lower that a bit. Just a tiny little touch, really, nothing too major. There we go. One more, I think, and that should bring the aircraft just below the 220 knots. 220, or is it just 200? Okay, it's just 200. So we do go 2 knots slower than the Mooney we had beforehand, but the Mooney couldn't hold this many passengers, could it now? Still minor bit of range, and so it may last like this for a little while, as it generally does in Scotland, so hopefully it shouldn't put too much of a down on our flights. And yeah, the islands of Orkney will soon appear in the horizon. Alright. Yeah, so westwards heading runway, so if I do go onto manual control later, I'd go to 3. We've not gone to the yeah, we're already on the localizer, fair enough. Distance 19.9 nautical miles. Which is quite decent actually, very helpful for me. Yeah, 3,500 I think is a good altitude to get onto the ILS once we're on the end of the glide slope. So let's just carry on flying for now, we'll announce the departure, the landing later. See how well my job of the VFR scenery is at these islands. Because if I zoom out quickly, you can see I've got a bit of a job going on with the VFR scenery. Not sure what that is on the right side. I think that just may be an issue with some more VFR scenery, but I don't ever go there, so it doesn't matter. Yeah, it doesn't really matter too much. We'll just ignore that. I think the islands on the left is actually done as well, but the islands on the right, so that's just the part of FSX, so... Oh yeah, VFR scenery onto that as well. Okay, those are as well, but they're just super low resolution. So never saw that, and any second now we are entering the Orkney Islands for the first time. The airport should be... Is that the airport visible actually already? Not so sure. Anyway, let's just carry on flying. That cliff is a bit hard as well. Flat ground basically. See what passengers can see. Passenger view 1. There you go, passenger view 1. Just got a few islands there. I think that side there'll be the more impressive view for once. I'll have to move across. And yeah, this is the much nicer view of the islands now below us. And you can see the VFR scenery is also now started to appear. It's not as high quality as I normally do it, but bear in mind I have to do the entire landmass. Editing this took about 2 hours, so I will say. Editing the VFR scenery on these islands is about 2 hours, so I'll definitely do a few flights in the Orkney Islands, get as much of it in as I can. Not the best job in the world, I think you can see there's a nice bit of water left in the front of it here, but as a majority, some nice high quality stuff going on. Yeah, you can define what's fields. We've got a house there as well. So the autogen scenery cover it as well. The what's it? Open VFR. If it does, it's making my life a lot easier. Yeah, it does. That's appreciated. Minor turbulence, that's fine. Passenger adrenaline's going to go up. And if I zoom in by 1, 2, there you go. So head to about a heading of 5050. I can get to the end of the ILS, the end of the glide slope even, not the ILS. So let's now tune over to heading, select, press navigation, and switch that over to navigation. Should be good for the localizer. Hang on, if I click that, GPS, that, okay, V-lock, that's good. Should I head more towards 055, that'd be a bit better for me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now I can make a left turn later and swing the airplane back round. Altitude, I probably will tend to maybe... Do I go to 2000? Shall I go to 2000? Maybe worth it in this area. I mean, like I said, it's just flat ground. There's absolutely nothing I can hit. Bridge down there. Yeah, I think I may bring the aircraft down a bit. So if I go to here, set that to 2000. We'll do a slow descent. We'll have to exit in a moment. Otherwise you can see the airport's now appearing here. That zoom in? Yes it is. No, I'll zoom in. There you go, KWI, okay, go off Papa Alpha. Message, we're in yes, no, less than 10 minutes, that's fine. And airport is 5.08 nautical miles away to my left, which might be visible to me now. Nope, because there is a massive thing in the way. Always helpful. Otherwise, yeah, I always praise these windows being so big, but the one time I need to look in that direction, blocked. Okay, so now it's just directed to my right. I think it might be. Oh, yeah, is that it there? Yes, it is. There's the airport. So I'll come to land in a moment. Check the ILS, check the glide slope. I keep calling the ILS glide slope. Right, it's about 06. She may want to go more to the east, do I? Let's go to maybe 07 or 08. There you go, that's a much nicer approach. I can now swing the aircraft around the left and bring it into land. Just keep an eye on outside. There we go, coming to the islands now. Nice scenery here. Right then, good distance to bring the airplane round. Just a tiny bit more. It's a left turn onto the end of the glide slope. So actually if I make a right turn, just go complete opposite to it now, to the east. So let's get the message ready that we are on our final as well. So DA320 is on final at Echo Golf Papa Alpha. And then we'll get ready to land, give the... Alright, let's go, shall we? Right, let's bring the aircraft around. And land it. Probably a bit closer to the end of the glide slope as I would have been, but not too much. So yeah, approach down there. Do I need to turn anything on here? Com1 nav 1. Nope, can't actually click on it. Oh wait, yes I can. There you go. Does it actually do anything? No. Will it give me the beeping noise of the Morse code? Yes it will. It's not very fast turner, I can tell you that. Still going. I'll have to go move more towards there. Try to get an intercept on it. Come on, Drawyah, you can do it. You're built for this kind of terrain. And then I've got the message ready to send when I am on final. Just like playing down flaps and all that kind of stuff. Yeah, let a throttle, let a flaps as well, and I didn't descend in the end, didn't I? So if we go to altitude select, go for a 1,000 feet per minute descent into the glide slope, and hopefully we should be ready for the thing when we get to it. Right, really strong turbulence now. Also, the aircraft is shaking a lot more violently than I would have assumed it. I think I didn't really get a proper weather report before I left, didn't I? So I'll just have to focus on that. Let's now tune on to approach. And let's see if the approach does work or not. Yeah, I think it actually has done. So I've done that, or it's just going to take me to a random path I don't want to go. We'll see what happens. Oh, yeah, coming to the end of the glide slope in a moment, and it should hopefully turn left for me. Turn right even. Nope, I don't think it has. Right, we'll turn that off. Hang on, we'll turn that off quickly. And get onto the end of the glide slope ourselves, and then we'll tune into it in a moment. So we'll now click on it then. Nah, I don't think it's going to work. It's doing something. I'm looking at... Ah, right, hang on. So the flight director's telling me to go left. So it wants to loop plane around and do a quick loop back onto the ILS. Right, I'll leave it. I won't touch it. I'll see what it does. If that's the case, then fair enough. I should have gone for a bit of a longer approach, but if not, then we'll see. I'll have to send the plane a bit. It should be out of the major clouds and turbulence. It's looking better. Well, facing the opposite direction, but again, looking better. And we're facing the wrong way. Yep. Hang on, is it turning or has it just faced us the wrong way? I think it may have done. Right, let's just get out of here then. Approach, turn off, and we'll just do this one manually. So turn the plane around. And let's just get the plane down. Flaps are still up. I can now probably lower them a bit. Yeah, get on the right path, make sure the airport's head in front of me. And then I will lands the aircraft by hand, and I think I will do for the majority of the series, at least until I can figure out this ILS system. So I need to turn off the Morse code, since it's not required anymore. Get the islands in front of me, and well, yeah, we're going to make it probably a bit later than I would have liked, thanks to the not too great approach. Let's call it that, a not too great approach. The airport is now coming up ahead of me. Don't know why we're climbing when I should be set to... Yeah, just turn off the aircraft. I'm just going to fly the whole thing manually now because I'm not sure why we're climbing. Over G either. And yes, the airport is now going to be ahead of me. So do a visual manual approach. Slide the throttle a bit. Gear down, flaps down. Also adjust the trim so I'm not going to nose into the air too much. Perfect. Okay, a bit cloudy, that's fine. A bit higher than I'd like to be, because again the aircraft just chose to climb there on the autopilot by selecting altitude select. Just point the nose down a bit and just gently gonna control its descent. Airport's a bit to my right. Is that a visual of it? I think it may actually be. GPS, airports. Yeah, we're on the glide slope. Airport is like to my left, my right. Yeah, I can see the Pappies now. Airport's in sight. Since I announced that we're on final. Still no AI aircraft. If they're in Central Europe, let's get the aircraft down. Right, plan arrival 2 minutes, so maybe a little bit late for that. Shouldn't matter too much. A few minutes aren't too bad, I guess. Well, I said 25 minutes. And had I gone for a normal approach, then we probably made it there a bit earlier. Again, that's down to the ILS not exactly being the greatest in this plane, or or most likely I'm programming it wrong. So manual approach I'm more than happy to do in this thing. It's not too bad again. Used to the aircraft, it flies into most airports without an ILS anyway. So that's a bit of little turbulence towards the descent. A bit above the glide slope, so I want to nose down the plane a bit. It really is now just me adjusting the aircraft's position to get onto the glide slope. Get onto the Pappies if we want them now to turn orange. I need 2 oranges, 2 yellows. And there we go, now we're getting onto it. Minor bit of shaking, that's just the bit of turbulence. Yeah, this isn't too bad. Pitch up a bit, down a bit too low. Right, and there we go, now I'm perfectly on it, so I can angle plane right. This is a good amount of throttle, although as I get a bit closer to the ground I will idle. Should slow it a tiny bit now. Plan arrival on 0 minutes, that's fine. And looking out the terminals and all that are on the far side, so if I can go for a bit of an extended touchdown as well, go for a bit of a longer roll. Right, landing in about a minute I'd say, if that. Alright, still a bit high. I'm going to load the throttle a bit more and pitch down. Just keep the planes. There we go. There's 1 Pappy now. I need 2 of them. Right, that's perfect. Keep the aircraft on this angle and we will touch down, no problem. Yeah, I can see the aim point now. Minor turbulence, that's not too bad. I can compensate this easy. Yeah, turbulence now basically just now become non-existent. It's a really short runway this, but there's plenty distance for the Drawyah DO228. So I'll start to get ready to level or idle throttle in just a moment. Here we go. It's now idle. Use the glide on this aircraft to touch down, and also get ready for reverse thrust. There we go, reverse thrust set. And bring the aircraft to the end of the runway. Right, so whereabouts do we come off? Do we go to the buildings over there, or do we go for those hangars? Actually, I think that's maybe a terminal over there. Thinking that's where we're going to go. Right then, idle throttle, increase the throttle, taxi down the runway, and yes, that's the terminal building which we need to arrive at. Let's get off the runway. Is that a taxiway there? Actually, no, it's a taxiway to somewhere else. I need this one here. Don't want to tip the aircraft, that would be a bad thing to do. Now take a right here. Nope, not this one. I need the next one, which actually takes us to the terminals. So yeah, see, I'm not coming, so I announce that I'm off the runway. Turn on the taxi lights and just head to gates. Just idle throttle. There you go, now off the runway. Turn off here and do a clean up. So you go right turn there. Here's a stopping point. And we take that taxiway just ahead of us. So let's have a clear of the runway. DA 320 is clear of the runway. And let's now turn on the taxi lights. Alright, so go to that taxiway, that gate, parking spot just directly ahead of us. There's plenty for us. Passengers can come directly off the gate, so about 2 minutes late, so it's not too bad. We shouldn't lose any points, but we won't gain any points for this one. There we go, stop the aircraft here. Parking brake set. Engines off. And strobe lights now come off as well. Perfect. Now open the doors. And passengers can start deboarding the aircraft. Doing their cargo and baggage. So we'll just end the flight, skip the deboarding, and we can end the episode here. So end flights. Carry on over near DA228, Drawyah Airlines. Made 2k income, which is not too bad. Not the longest flight in the world, but that'll do. 430 price points. Okay, so you did get a precise arrival time bonus for 100. Perfect flight, no problems. And extreme weather during approach, which was the turbulence. Otherwise, decent cost stats, I will say, not too bad. Services cost, that's fine. Fuel cost, that's no problem for this aircraft. Airport taxes and so forth. And we still got our 4.2% rate on the insurance because we paid for our own engine, so it's not going to about, was it 6? Yeah, it'd be about 6.37% rate if we went for the insurance paying the engine, which wouldn't be too good. Yeah, 280 is not too bad, but on the Drawyah it's not the greatest, but it doesn't matter too much. Record the flights. And I think we can end the episode here. So hope you guys enjoyed the episode. Leave a like if you did. Do subscribe. And I will see you guys next time as we fly more north into the Orkney Islands. Thank you for watching and goodbye.